Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. Chick Picker! How's everybody doing today? I am alone. What the heck is up with this? Let me go see if I can find the chat, and then I won't be alone anymore. Let's see. Stream now. How's everybody doing? Ready to rock and roll? It's Thursday. It's June 6th. Ready to get this party started. Not much of a party this morning. Oh well, that's okay. Everybody will get in here sooner or later. Let's see. Well, nobody's in the chat. Oh, look at there. It says link is not working when I click on it. Okay. Well, let's get you another link. That's probably a good reason why. Copy. And all right, I'll put it back in the chat. Let's see. Okay, try that one. See how it works. Maybe. Maybe, baby.
I'll be true.
Maybe, baby.
You will too.
Maybe, baby.
That was weird. That first link didn't work.
That's, yeah.
Well,
Oh, well.
YouTube's been glitchy lately.
It's been having troubles.
Yep.
Having troubles. All right. Looks like everybody's getting the link now. So we should have some people coming in. And let me go look at the chat. Still nobody in there. Okay. Must be on our own today. Bridget said she'd come in as soon as she gets home. That's fine. There's Sally.
Yeah.
There she is. You made it.
I did.
I don't know
I think I
how.
was going to.
So I didn't think you were going to either. Girl, you crazy. Cray cray.
Yeah, I went to sleep 45 minutes before I had to wake up.
Sally Ann. You need big spankings. There's Hank. Yeah, I was kind of worried about you last night because you haven't been getting very much sleep and you need to get more sleep.
Yeah, I'll get some today.
I know. But you can't keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I
you
get
can.
it.
I guess you can, but you shouldn't. How's that?
Yeah.
Did by chance did you get to watch Handmaid's Tale?
I'm on the 3rd episode.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
It's almost like it's because doesn't it seem like the episodes are shorter than what they normally are? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just want more.
No, they're about 50 minutes long.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to watch those in self-defense.
Yeah, probably so.
I mean, I'm sure
Probably so.
they're good television, but I don't know. I just always get other things to do.
I know, I know.
Like, should I be
Mike could be
waiting?
just
Oh.
Mike could be just sitting there shaking his head and everything, but right?
Yep.
You crazy booger, you. What are you doing? You gonna go get shots today? Oh yeah, you gotta go get your shots.
Oh no.
They gotta get their kennel cough and they gotta get their parvo and their distemper.
A kennel cough isn't a shot though. It's just
No, it is.
It is?
Uh-huh. There's a shot that I guess there's a mixture of so they can do this. It's always been a shot, but they the vet said that he has a mixture of like all three in one, so he just has to give them one shot each, and they'll be covered. Yeah, it comes in a shot.
It used to be it's called Bordetella.
Right.
And it used to be just something that they like a solution that they squirt in your nose.
Oh, that I'm sure that's probably a route that they can use. But yeah, they've always given the dogs a shot for that.
Okay.
So I don't know. But yeah, I think their parvo and their distemper expires in August, and so I said, I asked him if he could give them to him early, just so we could get it all out of the way, and he said, yeah. So we're gonna do it all today.
That's good.
That is always such a stressful.
Yeah.
Because the dogs are not like car riders. They rarely go
Yeah.
for car rides, so they don't know how to act. They just act
Go
crazy.
crazy.
Yep. Trying to figure out if I want to take them in the truck or if I want to take them in the car.
Oh, I don't know. They might have a little bit more, well, not really more room, but kind of in the van.
Well, I don't let them, but I let them run around.
Yeah.
Like they don't, I strap them in I don't strap them in the seat belt, but I put the seat belt through their harness
Mm-hmm.
because, that just keeps them where they're supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
rather than just running around. I don't like that. I like to keep them like stationary because if I open the door, I wouldn't want them both running out.
Yeah.
So that's the way I have to do it. I like to stretch their tank bodies up as far as they can, look out the windows, and then fuss if the ride isn't super smooth. Elvis hates car rides. Hates them.
Really?
Yeah. Ringo, he's okay. He usually plays off of Elvis's stress. And so
Yeah.
that's one of the things that kind of gets them both going. But yeah, I might try the van and see how they do.
Yeah,
So
Fuzzy's all over me when I'm driving.
I can't do that. I can't.
I'm so used to it though. Like, but that was when we had the truck. I think he's been in the van one time since we've had the van, but he's fine. He just likes to be at the window.
Right.
That's all that is.
Well, I woke up super late this morning. I woke up at like 6:45. Well, it was about 7, I guess. Close to 7.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
I know. I stayed up way too late last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be an option too, is to maybe get a couple of crates. Just makes them safe.
Yeah.
But they're pretty good. Ringo's fine. If it's just Ringo, we're fine. But
And it's too far to take one and then come back and get the other.
yeah, it's like 30 miles.
Yeah.
Everything is 30 miles away.
Right. I
At
know. I
least
remember.
30 miles. But we'll make it happen. Because basically, usually what he'll do, the vet, if I take the truck, he'll just come to the other side of the truck and just reach inside the truck and give them their shots. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't have to go in, So
Well, that's cool.
I'll probably just have them do the same thing in the van.
A
Yeah.
drive-by shotting.
Yep, he's a good guy. I'm glad I've started going to him. I think he always tells me he'll say, so I guess this guy he has like 9 lives because he's like been in some pretty serious accidents and still came out of them, okay.
Wow.
He fell off a roof and broke like some stuff in his back, and
Wow.
he was in a tractor accident. Yeah, there's been like probably 4 things that has happened to him where he should have died and he didn't.
Man.
So I want some of what he's got.
Yeah.
So yep. Well, how's sales going?
I sold 2 glowworms to the same person.
Nice.
For a total of $24. Not well. Yeah, with shipping and everything, it was like 37.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Get those suckers out of there.
Yeah, I only got like 2 left. 3 left. I had 3 left. Those things sold pretty fast, actually.
Yeah.
It was funny last night because not change subject or anything, but I am. I just started at the store, and the guy that moved across the street, he come in, and I was like, you're the new guy to the neighborhood, and he's like, yeah. And I said, what's your name? And he said, Tony. And I said, my name is Sally. Nice to meet you. And then he was like, got what he wanted or whatever, and then he left. Well, a few minutes later, a couple more guys come in, and they're all in line or whatever. And I thought there was this guy from Lear that come in, and he always just gets a beer, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And or beer and gas. And so he went to leave, and somebody said, hey, is this whose wallet is this? I was like, oh. And I thought it was I thought it was the guy that just, just took off out of the store.
Right.
And so he's in this truck and he's parked at a pump and he starts to go around this other truck. And so I see what he's doing. And so I just, make a beeline for where the driveway or parking lot meets the road.
Right.
And so I get over there and he's about to pull out and I tapped on his door and because I had to like run after him. And so I tapped on the door and I scared this guy to death. he never shows emotion, or he never smiles. He's a pretty nice looking guy and everything, but he never smiles and never laughs. And he just kind of seems like he doesn't have much of a personality,
Right.
And so so I was surprised whenever I knew that I scared him, but the reaction he had, he was like,
So was it his wallet?
No,
Oh
I handed it to him and I said, "That's yours, right?" And he goes, no. I'm like, "Oh my God, I ran after you for nothing." He goes, "No, but you know what? You should get the Employee of the Month award for freaking running after people." And I was like, "Well, thanks." He says, "Yeah, you almost missed me." And I was like, "I know. That's not the first time I've done that. That's not the first time I ever tapped on somebody's door before they went out into the road either."
Right.
I've done that before on like drive-offs and stuff.
Oh my gosh. You should never put yourself in that much danger, though.
It's not dangerous.
They could have a gun.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All righty.
A gun to shoot me
Tap,
just because.
Tap, tap, tap. Hey, you want to pay your gas bill? You just drove off? No.
No.
Sally Ann. Sally.
Bridget.
Hang on. Hang on.
Bridget.
I gotta mute myself.
Bridget.
Sally.
Jeanette. What is your middle name again? I forget.
I'm not telling you. But
Josette.
I don't put myself in danger like that. So you don't need to know my middle name.
Bridget Sulan.
No.
Josette. Bridget Joe.
Okay. Sally Ann.
Bridget Joe.
Don't you ever do that again.
I will.
No, you won't.
I thought it was funny.
It's not funny.
And so like it wasn't even his wallet. It's the guy that lives across the street.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So did he come in?
No.
Well,
But if I was just gonna bring it home, but I forgot it.
Oh.
But when I go out there later, he sits in his yard. I don't know what he does like for a living, but I figure he works somewhere.
Maybe he sells on eBay.
I doubt it.
You never know.
I don't see him running out in his nightie to put his flag up and put his packages out.
Yeah, you got a point there.
He's probably a drug dealer.
I ain't saying nothing. He probably is.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I was in trouble before I started this morning because I didn't get no sleep yesterday.
What?
Yeah, Shanae. Bridget Shanae Baker.
Sally? You didn't even go to bed last night? Yesterday?
Huh?
You didn't go to bed at all yesterday?
No, I did for 45 minutes.
Oh my freaking God. You in the
See?
ass.
And I
We
woke
need
up.
an intervention.
I had to have Brandon stand me up because I couldn't stand up.
That is ridiculous. Sally? Oh,
Well, especially
Valerie,
being that the challenge is at 5 o'clock your time.
Valerie,
you could
what
have
are we gonna
gotten 3 hours of sleep,
Valerie, we need to have a meeting.
or at least 2.5 hours of sleep. I'm
Intervention.
just gonna have to start cutting you off
Mm-hmm.
at a certain time on the challenge. Nope, you're
Nope.
done.
Nope.
Go to
I'll
bed.
just stay up later.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I know.
I'll start my own life. Hey, you guys, come watch.
Nope. Oh my God. Right, ain't she's not making it any better. Karen says, "Go, Sally. Go to bed now. Go to your room."
I don't have to. You can't make me.
If we come down to Michigan, we can make your ass go to bed.
There you go.
I'm good. I have tonight off.
Yeah. Okay.
See, and that's why I didn't worry about yesterday. I just knew that if I got through the night that I'd be okay. And I had a bang. I started off with a bang.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No wonder you were going out banging on people's windows.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It was pretty funny though.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Oh yeah, hilarious. Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing. Hilarious.
That's right, Tom. You're not my mama. Oh my gosh. Man, my hair's doing some.
How was your sales yesterday?
Well, that guy, he bought that recorder thingy. So that was good. I have what do I have? I've got 5 going out on eBay.
Good.
And then 2 that haven't paid.
Mm.
It was pretty busy last night. My cha-chings kept going off.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that voice thing that I put on the chat?
Mm-mm.
No.
I put on the chat yesterday.
Oh yeah, your juju. Yeah.
Julie said, "Mom, I need some more juju. I haven't had a sale today." And so oh my gosh, she goes, "It sounded like at the first, like you were in a vibrating chair or something." And I listened to it. I'm like, how in the heck did I make my voice? It was just my voice. I was just doing that with my voice. And she's like, how did you do that? Oh my God. She gets a kick out of that.
I'm
I
trying to
get a
find
kick
it.
out of it. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I didn't get any. I don't think I have anything going out on Posh. I don't think I sold anything over there, which is weird. Usually I have pretty good sales over there, but can't get them every day, I guess.
Man, I had a blah day.
A blah day?
4 going out, and they're not big, so like, yeah. Pair of boots and some light bulbs. I'm like, yay.
At least you're getting sales, though.
Yeah, it's better than a 0. I take 0 days kind of like Oh,
Yeah.
'cause I
Dang
don't
it,
get them
Cindy.
very often, but when I get a 0 or a 1, and I'm like,
Nobody loves me
uh,
anymore.
I know. It's horrible to get a 0 day.
I did sell a pair of Nike leggings for $28. So that was a really good
Cool.
sale. They no offers, they just bought them straight out, and I was like, I love
Wow.
those. I'll take those all day long. So, but nothing today yet.
I can't find it. Yeah, I don't know
So
why that is, Cindy.
I guess everybody was kind of confused about what I said yesterday about. So Sunday is the last day that I'm doing the show. So up until Sunday, I'll be doing the show
Until you get back.
until I get. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you're
So
not quitting forever.
no. I just needed a couple of days to get kind of get my stuff together and
Yeah.
get the stuff on my list done and get ready. I just needed a little bit of time. So
You have a power glitch there,
huh?
Glenn. Glenn says power glitch, bad weather now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We I don't know what we got going on. Yeah, there's some storms out there. I look in Louisiana, see what's going on over there. Oh yeah, you all do got some stuff coming through. Right through Baton Rouge. I didn't know, I used to pronounce that baton. Baton.
Baton.
It's funny. But of course, I used to say, what was it, Iowa? I used to say Iowa.
You said what?
Iowa. Mike said, please don't say that. Please say it more.
Aloha?
Iowa.
Oh, Iowa.
I said, don't say that. Please don't
That's what
say that
I think
anymore.
that's how I say it. Iowa.
Iowa. It's more of a mushed
I
all
say
together.
Iowa. Iowa.
Iowa.
Iowa.
We'll say Iowa.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh gosh. Glenn says cars are turning around in front of my work. The road is flooded. Yeah, well, at least they're turning around. They're not going through it. Yeah, I think we're supposed to get some rain or something.
Mm.
Rainy day. What you got going on, Miss Bridget?
Me? Nothing. Same
Nothing.
old, same old. Same crap.
Same shit, different bull.
Mm-hmm.
SSDD.
I love that saying. What? So my vet, he says something like, so my wife is going to be home tomorrow. So, and she thinks that telling jokes is very unprofessional. She said, but I'm going to tell you this joke right now. And what was he he was saying something like, so there was this man and this lady, and John and Sue or whatever her name was. So they were at this assisted living nursing home type home. And so John asked Sue if she wanted to get married. And then, and she said, sure. And then John got back to his apartment later and he started thinking about it. He couldn't remember if Sue had said yes or no. So he called Sue up and said, hey, I asked you if you wanted to get married, but I couldn't remember if you said yes or no. And she goes, who is this? They were kind of both in the same boat, you know, they couldn't remember. He's got some, what was it? Yeah, he's got some crazy jokes. And I'm the type of person I'm surprised I remembered that one. And I told it halfway decent. But most of the time I don't remember jokes. So you could tell me one joke and tomorrow you could probably tell me the same joke and I'd still laugh. And still think it was just as funny. Yep. Sherry says my vet sucks. No jokes, just a big fat bill. And he is very, very reasonable. Like incredibly reasonable. He doesn't, you know, gouge people. So Todd's vet is cheap. Valerie's tells jokes. I feel ripped off.
What did one saggy boob say to the other?
I don't know.
What?
We better get some support before someone thinks we're nuts.
I like that one.
See? That was good. Tell me the same joke tomorrow. I'll laugh just as good.
Okay.
That was a good one, though. So, Todd, you got the rummage sale today?
Yeah, I get to go out and not buy anything again.
Yeah.
Because of crazy hag lady.
Yeah.
You can tell that lady to get another job.
Yeah.
Just go in there. Just go in there and say, hey, I heard from the boss that they were going to fire you. So I'm kind of looking around here to see if I can take your job.
No, he should go up and say, oh, I'm sorry to hear you're leaving. What?
I wonder if I could make a donation to get her canned.
There you go. The bad thing is that she probably donates for time. She probably doesn't work there so that probably wouldn't work out.
Hey, Tom or Todd could be the new jewelry person.
That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't that be awkward? Yeah, we don't have anything to sell.
Nope, no jewelry today.
We're all out of good stuff. Oh my gosh. So Bridget, how's your sales doing?
All right. They were okay. I mean, I can't expect much because I haven't been listing much, so
Right.
yeah.
So it definitely takes a toll on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So can't say much.
Yeah, if I worked there, I'd be so digging through the new stuff that came in.
Yep. So I made a call yesterday to eBay. Because I was just wondering, you know, how, because Bridget and Nikki had brought up the fact that, you know, I was going to be gone for over a month and there's only a 30-day. You can only set your handling time for 30 days. So I was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
So I called eBay and talked to them, and they said, yes, indeed, that's right. So they said, that's the only thing that I can do is shut my store down
Mm-hmm.
for about a week, and then I can reopen it with a. She said it'd probably be best if I opened it with a 30-day handling time at that time,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
just do that. So kind of sucks. I mean, because I don't get any sales from Poshmark either.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, you gotta get that box in.
huh?
You gotta get your Amazon box in.
I know. I need help.
I told you. Don't even start your ass with me.
Woo!
Don't even start. I told you.
I got a
I'll be right
riled up.
back.
No, I found about I think I got 65.
Okay.
I found a few more things, and that's I guess that's all they let me put in a batch.
No.
Well, that's what they said, because
What?
it I was done at 65, and I had to do a new batch if I wanted to go over.
What?
I had to start a new batch.
That's weird.
Well, I don't know.
Huh.
So, and then at that point, I only had like maybe 5 or 6 more things, and then I, scanned those in, and none would go through, so I just stopped at 65, and
Well, that is really odd. I wonder.
yeah, it just pushed it. It basically said I needed to review the batch, so I went in and reviewed the batch, but it started a whole new. It wouldn't let me continue on as far as adding things, so I had to push new batch, and then went into another. Started a new batch, but it didn't work out anyway. So, but I got 65 things that should do.
Oh yeah, that'll be a great first shipment.
So,
But
and
I'm
then,
really surprised that I just don't understand that.
yeah, I don't know. Oh, good. Somebody paid for their stuff. So,
I'm gonna look at my closed batches.
yeah, I need to get I don't know if I need to get boxes.
Yeah. Well, you could put it. I mean, if you have any big boxes to put them in that they'll fit in, you can use those.
Okay. You can use anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I use whatever boxes I have here. I mean, not the priority boxes, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, I've even used my eBay boxes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Do you cover them up? Do you cover like the eBay logo up or anything?
I don't.
Okay.
As long as my UPS, both my UPS labels are on each box.
Right. Right. Okay. Because I have those. The only thing that I'm really worried about is I have those, like the window coverings that I got. Those like stained glass window covering rolls, and they're kind of long. And so I think I have the perfect box for them.
Okay.
Of course, they're going to a couple of different places. So
They might not. Did you close out your batch yet?
I haven't closed it out yet.
When you close out your batch, that's when you'll see how many boxes you need to make.
Okay.
Because mine, like when I did that makeup,
Right.
I had 250 pieces. It was all over the board. Every time I'd scan something in, it seemed like they were going to a different place. I swear I had probably 8 to 10 different places on there.
Right.
But then when I closed my batch, it was only 3 different places. So, or yeah, you won't have that many.
Okay.
You probably have 2 at the most.
Karen's at the beach says, well, I use Walmart boxes when I can't find a good box. How heavy can the box be?
50.
Is there a limit?
50 pounds.
50 pounds. Yeah. I don't.
So if you have a batch, like when I was doing all those manuals and stuff,
Mhm.
You can split up, like say if you have a batch of 100 items and
Mhm.
it's like 75 pounds, you can split into 2 boxes. They let you do that right on Inventory Lab.
Okay.
You can say box 1, box how many boxes you're going to ship that one shipment in.
Right. Okay.
But it's 50 pounds limit.
Right. Okay. Karen's at the beach says, I wanted to tell Maggie, checked on the Rollo printer and Inventory Lab as of 2 days ago. They don't support the Rollo, but they're working on it. So I will purchase a Dymo. Inventory Lab gives a discount on Dymo.
Huh, I didn't know that.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Morning, Carol. Dang it. I'm gonna send. So yeah, I'm gonna get that out. If not today, it'll definitely be tomorrow.
Okay. Well.
Promise.
I want pictures.
I'm sure you do. Carol's still in
Good
bed.
morning, Carol.
That's okay. I wish I was still in bed.
Karen, I could not figure out the dang Amazon shipping system for the life of me. But I think that's because I started on Inventory Lab. So that's,
Oh yeah.
when you start with something easier and then you go to something harder, you're like, screw this.
Yep. Very, very true. Sally, are you there?
I think she passed
not
out.
there.
I think she's sleeping.
That's not good.
She needs to sleep. Little brat. She's too drugged up going around knocking on people's windows and
I know.
the hell. Man, I'll tell you,
Yeah, I have that. So I have that today, the vet today, and then tomorrow I have my therapy appointment.
Oh, that's right.
And so I gotta get that done. Beth, I sent you the link if you want it. If you don't, that's cool. I understand. Probably went outside in her nightie to take her packages and saw a car to chase and knock on the window. Oh
Probably. God, I'll tell you what, I don't know.
It scares me. Scares me.
Yep.
But
well, you're not going to stop her, so.
That's true. There's not much we can do since
I guess all we could do is pray for her every night.
everybody's far away and nobody to watch out for her.
I think her dad needs to come down and visit her and have a talk with her.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I go that far. That's pretty hard. Yeah, she definitely needs a little intervention though.
Well, yeah, because obviously, never mind.
Oh,
Bridget, be quiet.
But so okay, so Bridget, I had a question last night,
What?
and I know it's probably a dumb question,
Nope.
but it's about Amazon.
Mhm.
So I'm confused on what I can actually list. Like, you can send in things that are not brand new.
Yeah, you can send in collectible, used, like new. Wait up. Yep. You just changed the condition. When you scan it in, if you scroll down, it'll say new, and you can click on that and change the condition.
Uh-huh.
And then you can write condition notes in there. So, like, I had a couple figures that I couldn't sell new, but I could sell collectible,
Mhm.
used collectible or whatever. So I scan them in as collectible, but in the condition notes, I put these are brand new, still sealed, never opened. And they sold. So, but yeah,
So, okay.
I have never sold any. I've never listed anything used besides books. So I'm not real sure about that, but I know other people have.
Okay. But how would you list like I'm trying to think of something like an ashtray. I mean, it doesn't have a barcode. So how would you list something like that?
I'm not sure. I mean, you could search.
Yeah.
You know, you could do a search there. Let me do something. Cancel. Oops. No, I want to delete this. Delete. Okay. Where's my thingy mabob? How do I screen share on here? I forgot.
Yeah. Click the little green arrow.
Got it. I'm not an expert like Todd. Okay, so like in here, if you put in ashtray,
Uh-huh.
yeah, like all these different ones pop up. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I mean, you can make up your own listing if you wanted to.
Right.
But say if I selected this one, then down here, if you scroll down, you see where it says new. You can type in, you could enter any of these. So if you put use like new, then you can enter in your condition notes.
Okay.
Um,
And that's where you would put like, any problems or
any flaws, anything like that.
issues. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So like if it had flaws, then it would be used good or acceptable or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me try doing this vintage.
I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, well, she sent in all those manuals. All those manuals are used.
Right.
So that makes sense, So I just didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, you just change change that.
Okay.
But now I'm into looking at this stuff. Yeah, so
It was really weird. So I had a few items that were basically RA, but I had put them on eBay, and I had 2 Transformer action figure things, and I put one on, or scanned one in, and it said restricted.
oh, okay.
That's the one thing that I don't like on that Scoutify, because it doesn't tell me.
Are you signed into your account on Scoutify?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
Click on Scoutify.
Oh my gosh. This This dog. Oh my gosh.
What's wrong?
He just smells rank.
Oh,
Woo! Oh my god. Because he sits right here. He lays right here. So let's see. Oh my gosh. Woo!
oh boy.
That was awful.
Okay, so if you sign into Scoutify, click the little
Yeah.
3 lines right here.
Yeah. Okay.
When you click the 3 lines, what does it say under restrictions? Does it say sign in to Seller Central or sign out of?
It's not clicked.
Oh.
So that would be why.
Right there.
Uh,
So you have to make sure you're signed into your account
right.
and then make sure that's clicked.
Okay, sign in to seller. Okay. Gotcha.
Now, sometimes it takes them a while to figure out, duh, you're the same person, and they sign you out. So make sure you're signed in all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and it takes a while. I don't know what their problem is, but it does take a while for them to figure out that you want to stay signed in. I don't know. I always check before I even start scanning items. I make sure I'm signed in. So
Okay, because that was getting really frustrating yesterday when I was scanning it and it wasn't. It was saying, yeah, it's
Right.
fine. And then when I bring everything to scan it, actually scan it in, it wouldn't let me.
that happened to me when I first started using it. I'm like, oh, I'm scanning. Oh, okay, I can send this in. I can send that in. And then
Right.
when I get home and I go scan it in, it says I'm restricted. I'm like, what? So yeah.
Okay.
That's when I started just using the Amazon app to scan. Because so now I kind of go back and forth. I like Scoutify because it gives you your numbers right then and there, and it tells you thumbs up or thumbs down, and stuff like that. So, I like that.
6, 3, and 4, 2, 1. Okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
4, 2, 1.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Offer free shipping with merchant. I don't do merchant fulfilled, so I'm not sure. I don't know how that works. I have one item that's merchant fulfilled.
So that definitely makes more sense. Okay, so another question for you is when you're scanning in an item and it comes up with the three columns. So it says new,
Used.
and it says used, and then it says FBA.
Right.
So and then it just gives me the price.
Right.
Is that the price that I'm supposed to list it at? Or can I list it for any price?
You can list it for any price you want. I try to match the buy box.
Okay.
Which when you scan it into Inventory Lab, you will see a little
box?
like a little box, and it'll say A or a little box, and that's the buy box price. I try to match that, but not always. If there's nothing on FBA, my price is a little bit higher because people on Prime are going to want it, Right. So yeah, if I have something that I scan in that's not on FBA at all, yeah, I'll put my price a little bit higher.
Okay.
So.
But what if? Oh, sorry. What if there's not a little box? Like if it's just numbers, there's no box. It doesn't show that there's a a buy box.
There should be a buy box.
Yeah.
If it's on FBA, there should be a buy box.
Because there was a lot of them that I was scanning in that weren't. They
Okay.
weren't. They didn't have anything. I mean, they had like FBA and they had prices, but none of them had like a box beside them.
Then you're gonna want to match the lowest price, or go like a couple. I go like 1 or 2 cents lower.
Okay.
Okay. And then always like on my Amazon app on my phone, I always like if I'm out and about or if I'm just waiting for something or whatever, I'll just flip through my phone and flip through my inventory and just make sure I'm at the lowest price. So
So that's your goal, is to be the lowest price.
Yep. Or match the buy box.
Okay.
Yeah, or match the buy box. And sometimes the buy box isn't the lowest price.
Right.
But I won't go below a certain level. Like if I know what I paid for my item, and I'm not going to go below a certain price point. So I'd rather just pull it off. Like I had some Christmas stuff that was on clearance, and I sent it in. You know, it was my first items I sent in, and I sold a few of them, but I still had some. And so I have it set to after something's on for 6 months, it automatically comes back to me. So I don't pay those storage fees.
Right.
And then closer to Christmas, I'll just send it back out.
Carol says, Valerie, on your phone, your top looks like it says Carol, but I know it says cardio.
Cardio over cupcakes. That is so not me, because I would totally take a cupcake over cardio.
Wishful thinking.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, I told her about going on YouTube and if she needed a tutorial or something. But I'm always here to help too.
Okay, I'll definitely go over there and sub to that.
Hey, Chris. Yep, she knows that I'm just a button away.
Well, I couldn't call you last night because you were already asleep. So
I woke up at 1. I couldn't go back to sleep.
Really?
Yep. Yep. Of course, I went back to sleep at 4. The alarm went off at 5.
Bridget Joe.
Oh.
Anne.
Oh my gosh.
Gonna get in trouble. Staying up too late partying.
I was not partying, Miss Sally. At least I'm not running after cars and knocking on windows.
I did not knock out a window.
She was scaring people.
Carol said, "What did Sally do?" Question mark.
What did she not do? That's the question. She's running around the parking lot banging on people's windows.
She wasn't knocking on windows, as she says.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to give people the wallets that aren't theirs.
It had money in it too.
Oh
Here,
gosh.
take all this money. He's like, it was just as funny. His facial expression. I'm gonna get that guy to laugh. That is my goal. I'm gonna get him to laugh.
God, at least you weren't in your freaking nightgown.
I know.
Well, this is true.
She's out there in her nightgown putting her packages out, and now she's chasing vehicles and knocking on their windows.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Sally. Goofball.
Yep.
Drink beer and then have nightmares. I saw people jump in the middle of the parking lot.
I didn't get that.
That was pretty glitchy.
I know. I got drink
Oh,
beer,
sorry.
beers, and Poconos. I don't know where I got Poconos from, but that's what I heard.
I was saying Sally's gonna, or that guy's gonna drink all of his beers and then have nightmares all night about people jumping him in the parking lot.
Oh, okay. I don't know where Poconos came from, but
Yeah. Dang, Yankee doesn't understand English.
well, Texan talk is a little bit slower than New York talk. And now Chris is going to come in and go, hey, because I think he's in Texas.
Yep.
I wasn't running in between cars.
How many cars were there, Sally, when you were running around the parking lot like a freaking nut?
There wasn't nobody driving except the guy in the truck that I was trying to get his attention.
And was he drinking?
No.
Hmm.
He buys a beer and he takes it home to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Sally was car hopping.
I didn't car. I was busy. I had like 3 people at my register when I ran out the door.
Oh my gosh.
You just left your register?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Well, it wasn't like it was open.
No,
It could have easily been opened.
no, but these guys, I don't trust them, but like if they were in the store and I needed to go to the bathroom or something, I could say, hey, can you guys watch the store real quick while I go to the bathroom? I could.
Yeah.
Hey, I've done that before.
I'm sure.
Hey, I gotta take a potty break. Can you watch the store for me? Yeah. They act like they're all bad, Oh yeah. We won't
Like
let
you've
nobody.
given them the all the real lifetime.
Yeah. Like I gave them permission to beat anybody's ass that tries anything, or something. I don't know.
Sherry, we can embellish this and make it sound really good. That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. She left the cash drawer open and told everyone help themselves to the beer and ran around the parking lot. There you go.
I don't think we really need to embellish much. Sally does it enough on her own. Like, the real thing. She doesn't have to embellish. She does the real thing.
I didn't embellish it at all. I promise.
No, I know you don't embellish because I know you're just that crazy that you do it for real.
Oh my gosh.
But I totally thought it was the guy's wallet. I thought it was his wallet. That's why I chased him.
Okay.
Don't die.
Yeah, don't die.
You
have places to go.
do have places to go.
Peach Coke. What the heck is peach? I've never heard of peach Coke.
Me neither.
That sounds nasty. Blech.
Oh my gosh, Carol. You and I could get out probably a whole freaking novel before Todd gets out one page.
No.
Yeah, I believe that.
Liar, liar, pumpkin eater.
What in What was that?
I don't know.
Twilight or Pumpkinator? I gotta take this dog out. I'll be right back.
Peach
All
Coke.
right. Karen says it's called Georgia Peach Coke. My sister brought it back from Atlanta for me.
Oh my gosh, my friend is coming out from Georgia in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to tell her to bring me some. Georgia Peach Coke.
Shay says even his yo has 4 syllables.
Yo, whoa, whoa, whoa.
What?
Nothing.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for you. All right. I hate doing inventory. I hate doing inventory. I'm almost done. Keep telling myself that. Almost done. Todd has them old school teacher jokes.
You got any jokes, Todd?
Nah.
Oh yeah, you do.
Not off the top of my head.
What about the bottom of your head?
I don't want to know what he's got on the bottom of his head.
All right. How many items a day average should sell if you have 1,000 listings? I understand there are many variables, but if you have good items at good prices, what would be a good average?
For just 1,000?
I have no idea.
I have 1,040 right now.
See, it all depends on the type of items. It really does. It depends on and the people that that's hard to say.
Yeah.
A good average, I would say, is between 10 and 15 a day. Maybe more, maybe 20. I don't know.
For having 1,000 listed?
Oh, 1,000? No, I'm thinking me.
I don't really think it. I don't think it's the number really, because I mean, you can have a large amount listed, say 1,500 listings, but if you slip up on your listing when you've been consistent,
right,
then you're gonna lose sales.
Like me, I haven't been listing in a while because I've been doing inventory, so my sales are really suffering.
Yeah.
So it really, I mean, there's no one number.
It'll just gradually get worse.
Do whatever you need to do to make you comfortable with your amount of sales. Pretty much is what I say. Like,
yeah,
if you're fine with selling 8 items a day, make sure you bump your listings and you are consistent with your store, whether you're changing it around or listing or whatever you're doing to get those sales or try to get those sales. But you're never guaranteed.
No, there's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee. And there's no magic number of listings that you have to make so many sales.
Mm-mm.
So
No,
that's
I think it's definitely a combination of having good stuff, listing every day,
Mhm.
making, consistently, being active in your store. I mean, all those I think have some kind of play in how many sales you get.
Oh, it absolutely does. I mean, because you could, like, I have 5,000 listings in my, or probably more, in my store. And if I list every day, a few items every single day, my sales are good and consistent and pretty much the same. But for the past month, I've been slacking on listings. And so my sales are down. They're not what they were, last month or whatever.
Hmm.
So that has a huge factor in it.
Sure.
And no, Mike, I work hard. Jeez.
That's right. She works hard for the money.
You think those listings got on there by themselves?
Oh my God, Mr. Sadie.
Teacher asks little Johnny to use a 3-syllable word in a sentence. Johnny says urinate. She asks him to use it in a sentence. He replies, urinate, but if you had bigger boobs, you'd be a 10.
That
That's funny.
was pretty good.
Oh my gosh. I think for me, I've always wanted to get, I mean, of course, the more sales you get, the happier you are about, getting more sales. But I don't think I would have to change some things if because I don't want to say I wouldn't appreciate it. I wouldn't be happy. But if I was getting 20 things, 20 items going out a day,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I could physically,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't want to say I don't know if I could do that.
Yes, you
I, I could do it,
You absolutely could.
but I would have to change some things, change the way that I do some things. It would eat into more of my listing time, and so I would have to adjust.
Well, yeah, you'd have to adjust your time and your, but you would definitely be able to do it. And the more you do stuff like that, like the faster you get at it.
Right,
So
absolutely. So, and that's always, I mean, like my goal for the weekend is always 20. I want to have at least 20 sales going out. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes, most times it doesn't happen. But, and there's no way to guarantee that that's going to happen,
no, I mean, you could have listed 500 items over the weekend and not sell the 20.
Right. I mean, just like Mary, Mary, and sorry, Mary, I'm using you as an example, but, she can list 40, 50, 60 items and maybe only get, 4 or 5 sales.
Right.
There's no guarantee on that.
There's no rhyme or reason.
No.
I mean, the only thing I can say is just be consistent with your store, keep listing, and change up your store once in a while. Even just look at your store every single day. Like, do I need to change the price of this? How long is this one on? Stuff like that.
Yep.
I mean, like Nikki says, do it while you're in the bathroom on the toilet. That's what she doesn't. Sorry, Nikki, but she's told everybody that. That's not a strange thing.
Nope, not a secret. But yeah, I mean, and there's, and I'm having trouble incorporating everything into one day, because it's not all about listing. I mean, you have to have time to do inventory. You have to have time to put stuff away. You have to have time to, clean your item. You have to have time to source. So, that's all kind of fighting with each other, trying to squeeze it all into one day.
Yeah, and it's impossible to squeeze it all. I mean,
And sometimes you have to leave things out. You know, sometimes you can't. If you're gone all day sourcing,
right.
You can't come home and, well, you could, but.
I mean, I've been doing inventory now for how long?
Well, it's been is this the second week?
2, yeah, almost 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Mhm.
But I've emptied out so far. I have 11 empty bins.
Wow. That's
And,
awesome.
yeah. And I have like 5 boxes of stuff for a yard sale or a flea market, which I'm thinking I might do a flea market this Sunday.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe. We'll see. We'll see if I can get my butt up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do it. And out the door.
Yeah. It sounds good in theory, but.
Oh, it sounds great. And I mean, we made good money when we did the flea market. I mean, on average, we would make about $400, $450 a day at the flea market. But it's just getting up and, oh, God.
Yep. Yeah, and I definitely try to shoot for 20 listings a day, but lately I have been sucking royally at it.
Yeah, Cindy, if you have 1,000, I think if you have 1,000 listings and you're only selling 4 a week, I think you should be looking at your store.
Yeah.
I honestly think, yeah, that you should be. Is Sally asleep?
I don't know.
Is that her snoring?
Yep. She gone.
Hmm?
Yep. Time to go to bed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
sleeping. You
Was
are
it-
like.
Are you gonna say it was Jenny?
I don't know who Jenny is. Oh, Todd's dog.
Yeah. Is that what you're gonna say? That was Jenny making that noise?
It was Izzy.
Oh, it was Izzy. Oh, okay. No, it was Sally. That's who it was. It was Sally.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night, Sally, Deb says.
But that's the thing is you may have like all good stuff in your store. You may think that, but listing is a big part of that. I mean, you have to list.
But
You
also,
have to
I mean,
list in your store.
if Deb was on here, she would tell you she switched up some things on her store. She did some things differently and flipped around a few things. So
Right.
And she's getting more sales now, I think, because of I don't know if it's definitely because of it, but I think she's getting more sales.
Yeah. And like you always and I've done this too, like I used to like beef up I would raise my prices. This sounds completely crazy, but I would increase my prices 30%.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would have a 50% sale.
Yep.
50% off sale. But that doesn't necessarily guarantee you're still going to get any more sales.
No. But
number one, if your prices are too low,
people will not.
They don't want to buy junk.
Yep. And that's what they're going to think it is if it's too low.
Right. And that happens too when you have a high percentage off sale. I mean that people think that.
Uh-huh.
I mean they're
Sally,
I don't know. It's such a combination of everything.
Sally. Mr. Sadie said, "Who is Geraldo the Cabana Boy you were just talking about in your sleep?" Sally, you need to go to bed.
I don't know.
You need to get out from underneath that blanket.
Yeah,
I'm
Sally,
cold today.
Sally,
I know.
How many
because you're tired.
How many listings do you have?
I have 1,040.
Okay.
Woo! That's awesome.
Yeah, it took a while to get to 1,000, and then once I hit the 1,000, I just kind of like stumbled over it, saw a couple, a few more. Finally got up to that.
Yeah. I think that's great.
There's Brandon.
Brandon, your wife needs to go to bed.
Yes.
He can't hear you.
Brandon.
He can't hear you either.
Oh my gosh. But
So I tell you what I'm bad at. You know, like those Boy Scout patches.
mhm.
I listed 69 of them, and I sold like 8 or 9 of them for good money. And so the rest now they're just sitting. So
why don't you let them together and then put them in auction?
yeah, it's like I have so many items like that I made some good money on some of it, and the rest of it just sits for the next 2 or 3 years.
No, that ain't good. I'm gonna take a break for a minute.
Yes, you are. Good night, sweetie. See you tomorrow. Love ya.
Be right back.
Bye.
Hank says, I always say price implies value, and good stuff is subjective. Listing momentum, other factors. Oh, listing, yeah. To me, too many variables to have one cookie cutter equation. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. And I mean, you will never hear us say, oh, do this percentage off, do that percentage off. Now do a promoted. Now do this. Now do that. No, we just say list. List and the sales will come.
That's the best. That's the best thing you can do. But also be competitive in your prices. Um, look up comps. Um, they have that Terapeak now where you can use that to get. I don't know how well that works. I've never used it, but Terapeak or just looking on Solds.
Oh,
So
Glenn, you be safe.
what happened?
High water in front of work. Car floats.
Uh-oh. That not. Maybe you need to get out of there.
Yeah.
That would be my tip. Get out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just go with it, do your own thing, and see what works for you.
I mean, when I never knew there was such thing as a reseller community until about a year and a half ago. I never watched YouTube videos on reselling. I never had other people's opinions on reselling. I just kind of did it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I just had me. I didn't know there were other people. I mean, I knew there were other people out there that sold on eBay, but I didn't know that there was a whole community of people talking about it.
Right.
I just kind of figured it out for myself.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure, in that, like everybody else, I'm sure there was, mistakes.
Oh yeah.
And things that you wouldn't,
I wouldn't do now.
that you learn from.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I look back at, I don't know, just just everything, how I bought things, how I packed things, how I, in the beginning. And yeah, I definitely, you get better.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think like listening to all these opinions on, and I mean, it's nice to have somebody look at your store and just say, hey, could you look at my store? It's nice to have a fresh set of eyes,
Right.
But like if I look at somebody's store, I pretty much tell them, well, maybe try this or maybe try that. I'm not going to say, oh, you're doing this wrong and that wrong. And, you know,
Mhm.
stuff like that, because everybody's different.
That's right, Hank. Sometimes it's too much chatter with too many opinions
Mhm.
and ideas. Can't find your own way if you don't forge your own path. That's
Exactly.
so very true. You know, you have to find out what works for you.
I know, right, Hank?
Yeah, definitely.
Cindy, you do what you can do, like what you think that you're able to accomplish. Obviously, the more listings you have, the more sales you'll probably get. But, you know,
But just think about this. Okay,
don't
so you
overwhelm.
have, say you have 1,000 listings. Do you have, number one, do you have a place to put all 1,000 listings? You know, because you're going to have some place to put your inventory. You know, a big enough spot. You know, if it's clothing, do you have a way so you can find that? Do you have an inventory system?
Mhm.
You know, do you have you know, ways that you can find things? I mean, my whole thing has been a complete, you know, I have changed, like every month I'm changing something about the way that I, you know, am finding my items, or, you know, just because I want to do, I want to do better at it, you know. But keep that in mind. Because if you have 1,000 listings, you need to be able to find that stuff. You need to be able to track that stuff so you're not selling items that you don't have anymore.
Yeah. And when you go through your inventory, when it's inventory time, like whenever you go to redo your inventory and everything, it's going to take that much longer. Just know that. So,
Yeah, Mr. Sadie said I did a purge about 6 months ago and tightened my buying standards. It has helped big time. Yeah.
mhm. Yep. Oh, yeah. The way I buy now is totally different than before.
Yeah.
I mean, completely.
Boom.
Get your ass to bed now. What'd you do? Get a shot of something? Did you get a shot of vitamin D to wake you up?
Oh my gosh.
I wish.
She
Oh,
said she's an old time eBayer, but things were different 20 years ago when I went.
way,
Yeah.
way
I mean,
different.
I've heard that it's completely, you know,
Oh my gosh.
but I've learned so, you know, just doing this full time for 3 years, you know, I've I've learned so many, you know, so many things. And what worked 3 years ago, you know, doesn't necessarily work now. You know, I've kind of had to just figure it out. Valerie says, all I know is I'm glad I found this group. I still remember finding Picker Daily Hustle, and it was just Valerie and Salad. I said it. Valerie and
Really?
Salad. And the first thing they said was welcome. Yep. And I have felt welcome ever since. Woohoo! And I'm going to see you in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be in Texas, rootin' and a tootin'. Maybe not tootin'.
My first experience with Valerie's show was a lady in her car and a naked guy walking around. It was, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you like, you know, if we have days to where we don't have a show, which we're gonna try and have a show every single day, at least, you know, once a day, even if it's not at the same time. We'll try to have a show at least once a day. And but if we don't, you should go back
Oh yeah, watch
to
that.
the first few videos, you know, And because some of that stuff is hilarious.
Oh
I'm
my
still
God.
trying to find the soup one.
Oh yeah, I haven't been able to find it either. And I went back and I can't find it. But yeah, and then what you should do is go and post that video on on Facebook with the group and say what it, say what it's about or whatever, give a little summary.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, those shows were so funny. They were so good. So green. Sometimes that's that's
Oh.
a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the shows now are good too. I mean, I've watched other shows. I'm like, oh my gosh, how boring. This one isn't really boring.
Sherry says Dusty Meets Naked Man is 32 or 42. It still makes me laugh so hard. I remember that. All he did was he sat down and is just staring like this at the camera. And Dusty's like, somebody's in her freaking house.
Oh yeah, he stares at that camera like a deer in headlights. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. And he's complete, at least now he'll wave and he'll talk and stuff. He used
No.
to be so like shy,
Yeah, right.
he doesn't like his picture taken most of the time. And but like now he doesn't mind saying hi and stuff like that.
I cannot picture Brandon being shy.
Well, not exactly shy, but like he doesn't like being on camera or being on pictures.
Like
Well, he doesn't mind his junk being on camera.
That's right. Or when he's up there shaking his groove thing.
right? Right? Oh my gosh. Morning, Rita. Yeah. But we definitely have some, we're going on 3 years. Is it 3 years?
I think it's more like 4. I mean,
No,
it's 2019.
it's 3 years. It'll be 3 years in December.
Feels like 30. No.
Huh.
Because
I mean,
we didn't start the shows until after Mike died.
Hmm.
no.
Yeah. We didn't start the shows until after Mike died. It was December of 2016.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you and Valerie probably did hangouts and stuff.
Oh yeah, we did hangouts all the time, but yeah, we didn't start.
Yeah.
We didn't actually start the shows until after Mike died, which was he died in August 2016, and we didn't start until it may have been November, but I think it was December 2016 is when we started. So.
Well, Texas Valerie says yes, that's right. It just seems to me like it was before, like right after you were still. It seems like
I couldn't have been working though. We couldn't have done a show if I was
you
still working.
you couldn't have been working, but maybe once you went full time, because you went full time while Mike was still alive.
Right. That was April. And then he died in August.
Right.
And that
I-
was when we
I think it
started.
was.
When we started, it was Dusty and Eric, sometimes Jason, and
Hank says, "Oh, Sally, you haven't had enough sleep to win this memory contest." This is true. This is true enough.
yeah, I remember. Karen says I remember seeing a few shows with Eric, Jason, and Dusty and Valerie, and Valerie had a completely different background. So happy to find all of you very special people. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen. We feel the same way about you.
I agree.
Nitty Gritty Picker says, are some of the people that were on the show back then still resellers?
Most of them, aren't they?
Yeah. Eric's still a reseller. Dusty's still a reseller.
Yeah.
Jason still resells.
Yeah.
Nikki's kind of she got a family to think about, so she's been doing some side gigs and side hustles and everything. But yeah, I was in a bedroom in my office during the first shows. I just looked it up, and it looks like the first part of December 2016. Nitty Gritty Picker says so. Seems like it was like December 6th or something. But that's 3 years. We've been going strong.
Yeah.
And things have changed. People have changed. The people that come on the panel, they've changed, and more people are coming on. And Mr. Sadie, we're so glad you could have met us too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine without Mr. Sadie.
And we're blessed to have met you. Absolutely.
Yeah, the show really went downhill when they started letting people like me and Tom and Bridget on.
This is true. No, you know what? Like, we have the best people now. Like,
Absolutely.
I just think, I mean, and it's not always the same people all the time. Sometimes, Kathy's on here. Sometimes, most of the time Deb's on here. Most of the time, oh God, I can't even think now. Maggie, and everybody has their own thing still yet, but it's kind of mixed up a little bit now, more than it was before.
Right.
I always liked giving the link out to people and just kind of seeing who would come on. And Scott used to come on sometimes when Valerie wasn't here. Scott would come on with me and we would just chit chat. But I mean, it was just, it was different back then. And yeah, and Mr. Sadie, I think you should start coming on panel too.
I would love that.
Oh, I know.
I mean, even if it's, just once in a while. And anybody else that feels like that they want to be on panel, let us know.
Yep,
let us know, and we'll give you a trial.
Unless you're a
the merrier.
If you're a troll, don't.
Yeah.
No, we'll give you a trial run, and if you're worse than me, then you won't be on no more.
Well, that's hard to do right there.
I mean,
then that's gonna drag him in.
I was just in the chat and Reseller hangout the other night, just having fun, and I got freaking timed out.
What? Who timed you out?
Wait,
I can't remember. How can you be timed out? You're
Fat
on.
Flipper.
Oh, you're on somebody else's.
Yeah.
Fat Man Flipper or something. And they were cool. And Kimberly,
Oh, okay.
Borderline hoarderish.
Right.
yeah, Borderline Hoarders was, she was on panel. And yeah, well, I didn't get kicked out of the show really, but I was
You
in
got-
the chat.
Did you get timed out?
Yeah, I got timed out
Okay.
because I cussed,
Yeah.
but I said the F word. But I was talking about Craig, and I
Oh
was
God.
I was
Well,
and I was
what did you say?
I kind of became buddy with Pat D's.
Who?
And
I don't know who any of these people are that you're talking about.
and he's super funny. I think I would want him to try the show once or twice just to see. But he's different. He's a different duck. He's
Mr. Sadie says, I don't know if the world is ready for me and Todd at the same time.
oh yes, Mr. Sadie.
I would have to start wearing Depends because Mr. Sadie would make me wet my pants from laughing.
Yeah, that's what I said, Karen. They said the F word and they were on panel.
Yeah.
But I was in chat and for some reason it made it different. And so that Dollar General guy, there's a Dollar General his name is DG something. And yeah, he shops at Dollar General or whatever, penny shops. But he's the one who timed me out. And he's like, no hard feelings, just watch the language. I'm like,
Oh,
You don't know who you're talking to, buddy.
yeah, really. And then I thought it was funny because Kimberly said, oh, she was talking to Pat D's and said, Sally's OG. And I'm like, no, I'm not. In my own head, I'm like, no, I'm not. And it said Sally's OG. She's been doing this. I've been watching her and her sister for months. Way before I've been. Way before I knew you guys. I thought it was funny, but I'm not OG. There's a lot of other people that are way OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todd needs some other guys to bond with on this show.
Yeah.
And Tom's not a guy. I mean, he is.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't hear that. I don't want to know. So I could please that's what I'm asked.
He is a guy, but he's different.
Who's a guy but different?
Man, you're full of
Tom?
all kinds of little
Tom.
Tom's a guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
I
he
guess
is.
he never proved it to us, though. I don't know.
I don't want to know.
Oh, I don't want. No, I don't want. Tom's probably right now.
I don't see enough of that shit in the nursing home system. I don't want to know.
You got all kinds of people trying to prove that they're guys in there.
Oh boy.
It says, quick, put it in reverse. Pitch poke, yell me a Coke.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
But yeah, we have fun. Like I always say, this channel has always, it saved my life, because I was in a hard place. And it gave me an outlet. It gave me somebody to talk to when I didn't have anybody to talk to.
Mhm.
And, you know, it definitely was therapy, I think, for me, you know,
Yeah.
during that time. So, and I met so many great people, you know, very, very thankful for all you know, the different people that I've met and have became, you know, really good friends with. So I love you all.
Yep.
I love you all too.
Me too.
And a friend's a friend forever. Da, 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 da.
Group hug.
All hold hands and sing the Coca-Cola song.
And now what's Todd gonna do? He's gonna watch Valerie jump out of a plane.
We are the world. We are the people.
All right, Todd, we're good.
I'd like to
It's like,
teach
yeah, you're
the
going to
world to
the
sing
nursing home. Get your stuff.
in perfect harmony.
Oh boy.
Pack your clothes. You're out, buddy.
All right, Gwen's taking me to the rummage sale and making me spend all my money. So
All right.
Oh, good
Good
job,
job.
Gwen. Gwen,
Get it, Gwen.
get some
Yeah,
good things, Gwen.
and I'm buying breakfast.
Good. You
Woo.
should be buying her breakfast after
Yeah.
all this for you.
We're going to the convenience store and getting a bag
Nope.
of nuts or
No,
something.
she already nixed that one. She said, nope,
Breakfast burritos.
not going to happen.
Oh, breakfast burritos, yeah.
You're taking me to the cafe, buddy.
Microwave breakfast burrito belly bomb from the convenience store.
Ew.
Belly bomb.
Hey, Gwen, get some good stuff to sell.
Yeah. Find all the good stuff.
Bridget said, get some good stuff to sell.
Beat
Okay.
Todd out.
Beat Todd out.
Whatever that is.
Just elbow
Bye.
Todd and move him out
Have
of the way.
fun.
Bye. Have a good time.
Remember, Todd, if you let her source stuff that she likes to source, then she's more like, he just went off.
Yeah, he left. He's gone. He's done gone. Sorry.
You're no fun.
You were talking too slow for him there.
I guess. Okay, bye. Man,
I didn't think that was possible, but
I know. I'll be all right.
oh boy.
Become buds with the jewelry lady. And shit Todd out.
Yep.
Wouldn't you freaking die if she sold Gwen good jewelry and not Todd?
Oh my gosh.
If she knew Gwen
He
was
meant to say shut. Yeah. Like, yeah.
oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
would
Yes. I know Texas Valerie. That's why I'm like, it's fine. Because Gwen said, let's go. And that's how it is.
Bye. Oh, so what do you got? What do you got planned for today, Sally?
sleep.
I'm gonna take a little nap,
Mm-hmm.
couple hours, and then I'm gonna get up. And I think it's nice and sunny here today. Maybe gonna get warm. So I'm
warm.
thinking I'm gonna get in the garage.
Good.
There's a lot of stuff that needs to get gone through.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have me a big old bonfire.
What?
What?
Well, I mean, do you have a lot of stuff that needs to, like, you know, that's just trash and just needs to get rid of?
Well,
No.
I mean, yeah, like I have a lot of boxes that are torn down that I need to get rid of, and
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
I mean, I'm gonna use the well, the guy that Brandon always goes over to his house.
Mm-hmm.
He gave his next door neighbor, like the guy that lost his wallet, he gave him, well, not gave, but I guess let him borrow a ring. Because he started a fire in his front yard, but he didn't know that there's a burn ban right now.
oh,
Oh.
jeez.
So
Why
he's
is there a
like, well,
burn
I don't want you to get in trouble. So he gave him a ring, and there's a metal, like, it's almost like a piece of box spring or something that it's like a frame
Uh-huh.
that he laid on top of it, so it's not open.
Huh.
Why is there a burn ban? It's been wet there, right?
Because we haven't had much rain.
Oh my God, I'll give you some.
Oh, I hope he's doing good, Joanna. She said I have to run Joseph to the ENT doctor for a checkup on his tonsils removed.
Mhm.
Yeah, I hope he's doing good.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, we could burn stuff here. It's just, we have to be careful, and we have to, do it legally. You have to have
Right.
something on top of it so that embers don't fly all over the place and
Right. Right.
stuff like that. So, I told Brandon he needs to go to the eye doctor again because that one eye that he had infection in,
Mm-hmm.
he's got a lump in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
like growth
Hmm.
underneath his eyelid. So
Like, is it like it's not a sty, though?
no,
Huh.
and he said it doesn't hurt. So, but it's pretty
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, he needs to get it. He needs to get it looked at.
It's like the size of a pencil eraser.
Oh, wow. I mean, in your eyelid, that's pretty darn big.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's like off to the side right here, but it's like right on his eyelid right there.
on the top or on the inside?
On the inside of
Okay.
the top eyelid.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that would. Yeah, he needs to get in and get that checked out.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a ring. I don't have like a barrel that sits on the ground. I have a ring. It's like the top of a barrel or whatever, but it's bigger.
Right.
I have one of those in my backyard that I burn in.
Yeah.
I haven't burned in it in probably 2 years.
I have 2 burn barrels that I burn out of. So.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with
But we
that.
can only burn. We can't burn anytime. We can only burn on Saturdays between 9 and 3, which I
That's
don't
so
know.
weird.
I don't know why it's like that, but that's the rules that they've set. So kind of weird.
Are you sure, or is that just something that
No,
somebody told you?
that's the rules. That's
One of the guy
the
that I
ordinance.
used to live next to down the street, he used to tell me that we couldn't burn leaves. And I'm like, but they're doing it and they're doing it, why can't you? And there was no burn ban at that time.
Right.
It was just he was like, oh, it smells bad. Well, just because it smells bad doesn't mean I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't allow us to burn leaves or yard waste.
Oh, really?
Because we have a like a yard waste area in our town that we can take all of our limbs and yard cuttings or whatever. We can take those there, so they don't
We do
allow us
too.
to
A
burn.
compost.
They don't allow us to do that.
Hmm.
And not to say that nobody does. I mean, I'm sure plenty of people do that, but yeah.
I have a lot of limbs to burn.
Yeah, I got pretty much. Well, I got quite a bit in my truck that I just collect them, and then when it gets to a certain point, then I take them to the burn pile. We can't burn. Yeah, Joanna's ordinance is we can't burn leaves after 4. So I just I'll put them in the back of the
I
truck.
don't burn leaves anymore anyways. We have that mulcher on our mower, and
Yeah,
so it just mulches
yeah,
everything, cuts it
yeah.
up. And
Yep.
man, That makes your yard grow fast,
Yeah.
having that mulcher on there.
Yep.
You know what's weird is Teresa has like a whole like flower bed thing at home,
Mhm.
and she collects coffee grounds for her. So she like put a flower pot behind the trash can, so like when we go to throw the coffee grounds out, we can just put them in that flower pot.
Oh yeah, they're really good for plants. Coffee
Yeah.
grounds are really good for plants.
Yeah, they really richen up your soil
Yep.
a lot.
Huh. I'm gonna have to start using mine then. I never heard that.
Yeah, it's really good for the soil.
So
What are
yeah,
you doing today?
well, I got to get. I have a few packages I need to package up, take to the post office, come back, get the dogs, get them all situated in the car, take them to get their shots, and then come back and list. Well,
Get
that.
box ready, get box ready, get box ready.
Oh yeah, I got to do that too. I got to do that. I would actually. I would like to get it done today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll happen, but I would like to get it done and then taken to. I'll drive it to Atchison and drop it off.
Listen, you have all the labels on the items.
Yeah.
All you have to do is close your batch.
Yeah.
I mean, and then
so once I close my batch, then it'll go to Amazon seller.
Yep, and then you get on manage shipments.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. But I'll help. I'll be here. So.
Okay.
But
I want to get that done.
Yeah.
I do want to get that done. So.
Is it different than what you used to do, Valerie?
I'll be right back.
It's a little bit. It's different because I signed up for that inventory lab, so it's a different setting. And I haven't done it for 3 years, 4 years. So it's been a while since I've actually, I don't remember a whole lot about it.
Nitty Gritty Picker says, is your fire department volunteer or paid firefighters?
They're volunteers. They're all volunteers.
Mine are all volunteers too.
Yeah. So that's why they can only burn on Saturday. The volunteers. Yeah. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Oh. What the hell? Don't you call me and then hang up. That's my job.
Oh, no, you didn't. No.
What's my hair doing here?
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely want to get that box sent off because I want it to be able to come in when or give it time for next week so it can get in. And if I can, I'd like to be able to do another box for next week. But I don't know if I'll have enough stuff left. So I might have to wait. Yeah, big move. But that's okay. 65 things is a pretty good start. I can deal with that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And then I guess if I get that shipped off, then I can end up with a rug burn. Yeah, if I get that stuff shipped off, then I can just start listing.
No if.
I will get this. I will get it done.
Thank you. See, I still lurk.
I will get it done.
I'm still lurking. Even though I say I'll be right back, I'm still lurking.
I know. You're always listening, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So, but yeah, got to get it started if you want to get it done. That's the way it goes. So,
Yep.
all right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. I hope everybody has a great day. I'm waiting for Sally to come on so she can say bye.
Oh,
Bye.
bye.
I hope
Bye.
everybody has a great day. We'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Get lots of listing and stuff done. So,
Bye,
see you
everybody.
later. Bye.